Right. 2-minute pravachan. I wonder if it really takes 2 minutes or longer. I don't know, but I call it my 2-minute pravachan. And it's based on our little sadhana cards, putting Vedant into practice. And today's card is very short and sweet and a little enigmatic. And it says, the problem is the solution. The problem is the solution. So I'm going to tell you a little story today, story that my Guruji often tells. So once upon a time, a fire broke out in a forest in the Himalayas where the river Ganga flows. An elephant was in the forest, and he was in that part of the forest where the fire broke. So he realized that he needed to escape, but in whichever direction he would run, or rather walk, because I don't think elephants can run, in whichever direction he walked, a fire would erupt there. He went in the north, the trees caught fire there. He went in the south, the trees caught fire there. Wherever he went, a fire emerged. He couldn't escape. Everywhere he was surrounded by fire. He wondered what to do. If he stayed in the same place where he was, he would definitely be burnt by the fire, consumed by the fire. And if he walked towards the fire, he would surely be burnt. So he weighed the two options, and he came to the conclusion that if he walked through the fire, it is possible, perhaps, that he will just manage to cross through the fire and he will reach a place where the fire is no longer burning there. But if he stayed here, he was not going to be able to save his life. So he decided to brave the fire and walk. It was acutely painful for him. Walking directly into the fire, you can imagine. His skin got burnt, his feet got scorched, his eyes were blinded with the flames and the smoke. The branches from the trees kept falling. He kept getting cut and bruised. He kept walking, and he kept walking, and he kept walking, till finally he reached an opening where there was no more fire. It was open land, there were no more trees, and there was no more fire. But the elephant did not rest. He said, I must keep walking. I have to keep walking. So in spite of all the pain, in spite of the bruises and the cuts and the burns and the discomfort, he kept walking and walking till he finally reached the banks of the river Ganga. When he reached there, he gingerly stepped into the water, and it felt cool. It was like a balm on his wounds, on his injuries. And he stayed there because he felt soothed. And he waited till all his cuts and his bruises and his burns started feeling better. And finally, he emerged from the river at last, feeling fresh, feeling healed and grateful. This elephant is all of us. We are also in a forest, and this forest is the Dukh Rupi Sansar. We are also in a forest, this Sansar, which is full of Dukh, and we are living in it. Whichever way we turn, we are perceiving the fire. Which fire? Which burning trees are we perceiving? Our own karmas, our own difficult situations that we have to live through. and which we perceive as problems. The problem is the solution, is what the card says. If we just sit put, doing no purusharth, being a poor me, crying over our problems, we will surely be burnt alive. Burnt alive means we will be again facing the same karmas lifetime after lifetime. But if we have faith, Shraddha, and if we have courage, Abhayam, and we keep walking through the problems, facing the problems, we will surely walk out of them. The cuts, the bruises, the burns, the pain will be experienced, no doubt, because we have to face our karmas, and it may not be pleasant also. But we will surely reach that clearing where there will be no more trees of karma. There will be no more fire to consume us. All our karmas will be exhausted. Then we will reach the Ganga. What is that Ganga? The symbol of spiritual knowledge, where all our pains and injuries will be washed away and we will emerge healed and enlightened. So the problem is the solution. The problem is our karma, and that has kept us bound in the cycle of life and death. But this problem, this karma, is itself our doorway to our own enlightenment. How? By continuously walking. Walking means witnessing, acceptance, letting go, and reaching the river of knowledge, W-A-L-K. So don't see your situation as a problem. See it as the solution of getting out of these cycles of life and death that we have been living for millions and millions of years, lifetimes. So think of it, change your perception of your problem and see it as your doorway to moksha.